Anthony Russo from the Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers, like they're a band
from the
like
traveling
the Jonas
circus
brothers from the Russo brothers.
They're a circus group. Yeah, Siegfried and Roy,
the lead filmer from the Russo brothers.
Yeah, the singer from the Russo brothers. Anthony Russo came out the other day on Collider, which is another shout out to Collider. That's kind of their film institution, news thing on YouTube. That's how I learn a lot about movie news anyway. Yeah. Collider reported, they had an interview with him, and Anthony Russo says that in their new film, Cherry, it's coming out probably coming out this year, if not early
2020.
next year.
Is it going to be released end of this year, isn't it?
Yeah, but with coronavirus and everything, you never know these movies are going to get released. Anyway, he says that Tom Holland, who's starring in the movie called Cherry, he's giving an Oscar-worthy performance. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Do you think he's Oscar-worthy?
I haven't seen enough.
Is he sponge-worthy?
Shut the fuck up.
So you think you're sponge-worthy?
Yes, I think I'm sponge-worthy. I think I'm very sponge-worthy.
Run down your case for me again.
I haven't seen enough. Like the Avengers movies, okay, it's all, that stuff. But as an actor, I haven't seen enough to know. I don't know. I feel like he's one of those guys that could surprise you and come out with an Oscar-worthy performance, especially in something like this where he's playing a drug addict.
Well, it's quite a meaty role.
Yeah, he can make some really interesting choices in his performance. So I think...
Yeah. Because the movie's about a veteran who suffers from PTSD, who starts robbing banks to feed his drug addiction. And when you hear that, you're just like, PTSD, war vet, robber, drug addict, that's like the coup de grace of Oscar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you nail that,
so much
you
with
can
that.
win an Oscar crazy. That's definitely, it's Oscar potential. That role, just from hearing it, you're like, okay, that's definitely got, you can really bite into that and really grab something in a performance like that.
If it was another actor where someone who was more, I guess, seasoned, you'd be like, I think he can really deliver an Oscar. But it's just because you haven't seen much of him, of Tom Holland, he's still so young, you don't know. Well, could be a Timothée Chalamet situation where he just comes out and boom.
Imagine Timothée Chalamet in this role. You would if you
Oscar,
said that
he wins.
Timothée Chalamet was doing this, and you hear that, you're just like,
he'll win.
There's nothing stopping him.
Yeah.
But Tom Holland was in a movie. His first movie, I believe, was this movie called The Impossible, and it's about the tsunami that happened in 2004.
His younger brother's in it too. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? I didn't know his younger brother. Yeah, it's anyway. Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts, and he's in it, and he's really good in it. He carries a lot of emotion in it. Yeah. So from that, he could have. I mean, when it came out, I guess he could have been nominated for Oscar for that movie. I mean, it's not exactly he was in it, but it's his first movie, and you're generally not going to get nominated.
But this one, especially this as well. It's his first thing, massive thing out of the Avengers. Like everyone knows who he is now before the movie, so it will get some buzz when it gets released, and he'll definitely put a lot of effort into it because it's his thing. Because even though I haven't seen him in much, he seems like one of those guys who cares about his career.
Exactly.
And he wants to make interesting choices with his movies after the Avengers and go other places with his career. So I think he'll put a lot of effort into it, and you never know, he could surprise you.
There is a still from the film, because no trailers come out for this. It's kind of...
is this the one with him with the gun?
Yeah, and he's pointing it, and it looks intense. Like his face looks intense, and he's got a shaved head, and it looks like this guy got some problems. He's got issues. But as an actor, how would you portray that? How do you reckon you'd tackle the role? I know it's kind of like I'm just spurring this on you.
Now,
I know it's
in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. But how do you think? Do you think you could do something nice with this role?
Maybe when I'm 20. How old's Tom Holland?
He's about
26.
No, he's younger.
25.
Like 23.
I'm gonna search that up. But maybe when I'm that age, I could. But right now, that's tough.
Do you reckon? Okay. Do you reckon? Because if you're Spider-Man, you got all the kids pretty much love you. Do you reckon you take a role like this?
Yes,
you would.
It's different. It's completely different for your career.
Yeah.
It'll just take your career in other directions and add to your catalogue of movies, which is important as an actor.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on his choices and the research he does, because someone like this he's playing a drug addict who, by him holding a gun, maybe kills people, maybe robs stuff, whatever. Yeah. it depends on how much he's researched on other drug addicts, gone to rehab centers, gone to prisons, talked to people, picked up on something. Maybe he's chosen one person to emulate for the character. Like, I think with a role like this, with so much meat in it and so many different choices you could go with, I think it's important. It's just the amount of work that he put in, the amount of research that he's done for it, which I think he would have done a lot because it's his first thing away from the Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited. I'm really excited for it because I've just been looking. I've saw the stills and I've just been
ever since
looking into this movie a little bit.
He was on like Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, and he had a shaved head, and they were talking about a shaved head. He goes, "Oh, it's for the role I'm doing. I play a drug addict," and ever since then, that was like a year ago, and I was like trying to search out the movie. I couldn't find anything on Cherry.
Yeah, it's not much on it.
Not much.
You're kind of hearing it first.
Yeah, we're trying to break it early. Get our views up.
Yeah. We might have made that story up. Who knows? I don't know.
We just made up. There's legit only like 2-3 YouTube videos on it of people talking about it. So.
There's actually a video of Matthew McConaughey fucking a goat. McConaughey goat fuck.
I don't know if you've heard this, but some pictures just came out where it looks like McConaughey's fucking a goat. Whoa.
McConaughey goat fuck?
McConaughey goat fuck.
McConaughey goat fuck. McConaughey goat fuck. McConaughey goat fuck.
Anyway, do you flick or stick with the news on that?
Oh, stick.
Yeah,
for
I'll
sure.
Definitely stick.
I think he'll really do well.
I'm excited to see it.
I don't know if it's going to be an Oscar-worthy performance. If I'm
going to stick with
Anthony Russo's saying that,
yeah,
he's seen some good actors in the past. So I think,
but he's also the director. You know, he's also got to
promote it.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna say whatever you want to help you get interested in the movie.
He is 23,
exactly.
by the way.
Oh,
he's 23. But
I know how people are.
But yeah, so I think he'll deliver a really good performance because I think he is a good actor.
Yeah.
But Oscar-worthy is yet to be seen.
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of on the same.
But I'll stick with it. I think it'll be a good movie and he'll do really well.
I'm excited for the movie, especially if the Russo brothers are directing it.